I am Nicole King, and this is Marbella Now.
And as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey.
A big thank you to CIT Marbella. Every week they send us one of the members of the association, which is a business networking association, so that we can help promote them within our international community. Joining me today is Sally Blackshaw. She does interior design and product development. No, not product development. Property development. Property development. There's me thinking she's holding my wonderful Marbella Now mug.
Today I can, whatever you like, Nicole.
Sally, I think, you're very emblematic of a Marbella cosmopolitan woman. You're a mother, you work, you've come here today rushing like crazy, trying to fit in kids, business, so I salute you. Chapeau.
Thank you, Nicole.
Take a moment to relax. It's not easy, is it?
I know, it's a lot to fit in a day. I don't think people realise really what it is that you're doing, because I think they just see a finished product and think it just all kind of happens by magic. So, but yeah, thank you for having me here, by the way, today. It's lovely.
And I know that you parked in the wrong place, and this in the sense, having taken your little one to a birthday party, and it's the sense of we all live everyday lives, and so when you then also manage to produce what you do, it's very commendable. Because it's very professional projects that you push out there.
Yeah.
Lovely website, by the way.
No, it's good. It's great. We enjoy it. I mean, I have a very good team, obviously. I've got great designers, technical engineers, I mean, builders, the contractors are all fabulous, and they're people that have been with me for many years. So, I can't take all the credit. When I started out, obviously I was doing everything myself. So I've kind of done everything, every part of the process, and I've kind of shown everybody how I would like things to be done, and now that's kind of, it's working. We've got a good team in the showroom in Marbella, and yeah.
Whereabouts is your showroom?
It's just up from the Copper Tower on the Canovas del Castillo there. So.
And how long have you been involved in interior design?
Oh gosh, well, I studied design in London, retail design, and I'd done a course in interior design previous to that. So moving to Marbella, I saw there was a really good market for interior design.
Is that why you moved, or it just fit in with the move you wanted to make?
Well, it was always my intention to live somewhere, moving out of London, somewhere where I could perhaps have a better or a different quality of life. At the time, London was great when you were a student. But I kind of saw this to be a really good place for me to work seriously and build a career. And I was lucky enough to get a job with my, I came with my portfolio from London, and I was like knocking on doors and just trying to get myself in there really.
And how long since you branched out on your own?
Oh well, it was 20 years ago that I moved here. Well, 21, because it was the year 2000, and so I started working for some other interior designers, and I didn't ever actually want my own business. But it just kind of happened, because you get to a point, I think, where there's nowhere else for you to go, you know. So
yeah, if you want to grow as a person, you have to.
Yeah, and I just saw, people I was working for and how stressful it was, and I thought, I don't really envy them. I kind of like having a job. But at some point, I realised that it's not. It's about who you have working with you and working for you, and what kind of boss you are, and what kind of boss you aspire to be. So it was 12 years ago now. Was that 2008? Probably. I opened Blackshaw Interior Design, and I haven't really looked back since. I'm very grateful for the business that I have. I'm happy with how it's grown and how it's turned out to be, and sometimes I just remind myself of how far I've come, and it's it's really rewarding. Yeah,
it's
really
lovely to hear a success story of you, that it's happened organically, it's fallen into place. What were the secrets? I know that finding staff is the hardest. What were the secret ingredients for you to make it work? I went through 3 PAs or 3 admin secretary type
people before I ended up with one girl, you know, Andrea. She's my right-hand woman, and she's my PA, but she actually manages the whole, you know, the whole office. She's, you know, operations. She's organised, and so it just takes a while to get the right people. It really does. I think you just have to try and fail a little bit and give people a chance, and you start to know what you're looking for. So you kind of get a little bit more, you know, specific in
when you see what you don't want, it helps you know what you really do need.
I think it is. It's trial and error, really, isn't it? Because as you're growing and you realise how people, and then sometimes you just get somebody who's the perfect fit, you know. And with regards to designers, two of the girls have been with me since the beginning of time as well, and it is brilliant, you know, that we've all, you know, grown, and they've seen the company as it's been growing up. And then there's one designer which she's been with me for probably a year now, and she's doing really well. And I always think, oh gosh, do I need more designers? I'm getting busier, and then we kind of manage the workload. And so it's just I'm always looking, you know, I get CVs all the time, and it's time consuming when you take on new people as well, because you need to spend a lot of time with them, and so you kind of weigh up the situation, you know, like how much work can we cope with, and how much time have we got. You know, the busier we are, the less time I have to be able to put the energy into somebody to train them up. But somehow it works. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is you are taking it organically, and as things come up, as in when you were working for somebody as opposed to now yourself, what were the things that you found you were missing out? What were those sparks that was like, God, I would do this differently, or I want to do that, or why don't they realise this? There must have been something that really, like, what got that bug going?
Well, I think the thing was, Nicole, when I worked for other people, I ended up kind of helping them run their business, which I think that's what I look for in any member of my staff, you know, anybody that comes new into my company. It's like, you don't work for me, you help me run my business, you know, you help this business do this thing, you know, as a team. And I think that's key, really. So when I worked for people, I probably imagined that it was my own business, and as soon as people see that you can do that, I think I was left a lot to my own devices. Because if I've got happy clients and the projects are coming in, and, you know, they're like, this is great, you know. So that's the boss that I wanted to. Going back to that question, the boss that I wanted to be was not some of the people that I'd worked for previously, because I think they see the designers, you know, and I always make sure that I lead by example. I want them to, you know, see that I'm always present, always involved, and always, you know, looking.
Right, not so much left to your own devices. It's nice to know that there's backup support, appreciation.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's really important that you're around, you know, and you're constantly, you know. My job really now, compared to what it was when I was working for somebody, is getting in new business. You know, always looking for that next project, keeping the profile of the business, you know, up there, making sure that we look okay, you know, we've got the advertising in the right places, everything's website, marketing, up to date.
There's a lot of aspects to a business.
There is, so I get very rarely now time to design. So the difference is, when I was working for somebody, I was designing all day. And I look at my designers and I actually envy them sometimes, because I think, I remember how it seemed like a lot easier at the time, even though to me it was massive. But I just think, gosh, you girls, but they work hard. And
what's your personal preference in design? What's the style you like the most, that you feel most identified with?
I think it's all about, right, firstly, creating homes, creating somewhere where people can come home to. So we're not too, not these designer prima donnas that want to say to people, this is what you have to, have, and not push design on people. I think it's really important that you work with the client, listen to what it is that they actually want and need, but also you have to pair that up with what is right for the property. So you have to it's almost like a feeling. You get a feeling from people, and it's a skill I think you learn over the years. When people come in the door, I think this is what you like, or this is what you're going to be, this kind of person for this kind of interior. And it's always got a Blackshaw signature running through it. I think people, when they look my projects, you won't see everyone looking the same, but there will be something that is connecting
Your
each
seals
one
on
of
it.
There'll be something that's connecting each one of them. Yes, yeah. So
When people talk about interior designs, we always imagine lots and lots of money and having to have these enormous homes. With your company, as of what size project do you take on?
okay, well, never, hardly, rarely get these open budgets like people would probably imagine, you know, just to go crazy. I mean, we are very lucky. We get to work with very beautiful houses, properties, and wonderful products as well. But we would consider anything as of, I mean, we get asked to do all sorts of things. If people just want a bathroom refurbishing, a renovation on a bathroom, kitchen, we also do. So it's a lot more. We do building work as well as interior design, obviously the development of the properties. So, I mean, people can come into the showroom and buy a cushion or a lamp, or if they want some help with a few blinds or things like that. I mean, it's very rare that we, you know, once we're involved and the clients meet us, it's normal that how it works is they've just bought a house, they want it renovating, you know. So, I mean, that happens a lot in Marbella. They've bought a house, most things are not to their taste. It's just what people do, you know, and they want to make it their own. And so we set to work on working with the plans, obviously doing the site visits, and sometimes it's reworking whole layouts, you know, and all the finishes in the house. It's everything down to the door hinges and handles and light switches. And
It's funny because it's the little details, isn't it? It's in the detail.
It is. It's a lot to think about, but it's the whole project. So that's why the most of the projects are on a larger scale. The construction projects that come in the door are always everything in and everything out and everything back in again. You know, that's the only way that it's really the best way to work as well, you know, so you're not working with too many layers of different people's styles and what's gone before, and so we can have a real clean palette on what it is that we, you know, want to achieve, the look in the house.
Do you do staging as well? Because that's quite a specialised...
Not so much. People ask me to do some staging. Just recently I have done a quick makeover. I had a little bit of time. This is sometimes the kind of things that I can take on, and it was a client that I had 13 years ago, and he said to me, "Do you remember me, Sally?" I said, "Of course." So I actually went back to the apartment because he said, "I want to sell it." And it was weird. It was like going back in time, you know, standing in this space.
And you could see it did need bringing up to date.
Well, he didn't he didn't let me do those 2 bedrooms in the initial, you know, meeting, and so it seemed that he said, if you thought they looked bad 13 years ago, now they look terrible. I said, finally, you let me let me get my hands on those bedrooms. So just a 3-week makeover, and just to help him get his golf apartment on the market.
Presentation is everything.
Yeah, and so I did, you know, when we do the styling for the houses that we renovate, and some with investors, we help them to put them on the market. So the marketing is everything. And this client's friend said, "Oh, Sally, you know, it was amazing the way that your team put even the bread on the side, you know, with the knife and everything in the kitchen." He went, "Absolute theatre."
But it is. I mean, when you watch these property programs, it's those little details that just make it look so homely, and you just want to, you want to live there. You feel like you could live there yourself.
Yeah.
Well, it's lovely to meet you. Yeah. You have a great presentation for your business.
Thank you.
And well done on managing to get your son to his birthday party and everything, coordinating everything. Quite a feat, without a doubt.
Yeah,
and a big thank you to CIT Marbella for sharing Sally Blackshaw interior design and property development.
That's
I got
it.
it right that time. Sally, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us. Don't go away. A few messages from our sponsors and Zero Hero partners, and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, hey.
Judy and John are getting along famously. They have so much in common, which now includes both being too tipsy to drive home.
Oh, John, you can't drive home like that. Neither can I.
John looks worried, but not our Judy. She simply calls Línea Directa for a free taxi and a tow truck to take her and her car home. Call Línea Directa on 952 14 78 34 to see how they can better your life too.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
Set you on your way, no time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
That's
Glad
okay.
are proud to present Zero to Hero. Never drink and drive.
Yes, I mean, do you think that McNulty's is proud to be a Zero Hero partner?
Out of bounds, Zero Hero partners.
Here we are, sticker going on, delighted to welcome everybody and to be part of the Zero Hero campaign. Delighted.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Zero Hero, welcome to Portofino, Cabo Pino.
Hi guys, Kazakhstan is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hi, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
Set you on your way, no time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time. One. We are at one. We are at.
Good afternoon. This is quite a setup. Very impressive. Sally, I'm so glad I came because I didn't expect a lovely little girl young like you to have this emporium. This is awesome.
I know, I'm so pleased you're here so you can really get to see what we do and yeah, this amazing showroom.
No, you talked about the showroom but it's hard to put together someone as sweet as you. with something as big and professional as this, which just goes to show I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, and I'm pleased you know. We've got the construction offices and the design studio, and it's all very well laid out, so it's really good for our clients, you know, when they come in and see us, they can, you know, go to, we've got like little departments going on here, as well as all the furniture, which is obviously, you know, for sale and showing off all of our brands.
Show us a little round a bit, and let's have a look at some of the stuff. This is really interesting.
Okay.
Behind the scenes.
I know, behind the scenes. Well, this is where all the designers sit. So normally we've got Milda over there, we've got Candela, she's more like a technical interior architect. Lucy, one of the other designers, is here, and this is kind of the hub. This is where it all happens, you know. So we've got all the brands, everything, you know, all the furniture companies from around the world. We go to the fairs, we collect new things, all the fabrics. So clients do walk in off the street as well, and then we've got things here ready to show them. But if they want to, you know, we have a few key pieces here in the showroom, so that they can see the qualities of perhaps some brands that we recommend, and they can sit and try the sofas. Have a sit, it's nice, comfy.
Oh yes, this is, this is nice.
Yeah, so you curled up on there, it's perfect size.
It is, yes. Thanks for giving it away. My natural position. But yes, ideal, and it's got a good back support, and it's very soft. Yeah, but firm. Yeah, I like it.
So it's just one example of many things that we have available. Different brands. This table from Portugal, for example, actually takes 4 men to be able to bring in this massive piece of marble, you know. And
but for hotels and the apartment urbanizations and everything, it's ideal.
For the villas.
And the big villas.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's obviously things that we make. So this table is a piece of carpentry that, if we can't find it or make it, then we can do a colour that, you know, that suits the interior.
Nice finish.
Yeah, this has got a metallic lacquer on it, and obviously we've got all the accessories here, which they change quite often. And then this bed, for example, we make the beds, and it's really lovely the fact that this, you know, we make the bed the same as the bed base is all the same fabric, and it's just a nice example to show clients what we actually, you know, what we're actually capable of. And again, that's one of many designs, and it's dressed, showing you bedwear, bed linen as well. So it's,
and you can make everything coordinated down to the last detail, obviously. Lovely examples. That chair is just fabulous.
That chair is actually one of our designs. So it's a bespoke made chair, and you won't find another, because obviously it's got the fabric and piping and stuff.
Got a closer look here. This is really exceptional.
Yeah, that's a really good chair, feature chair. A lot of furniture.
I'm so blown away with the size.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
And no, the setup, it really is, as you say, you've got the examples to show people. Nice also.
We got this outside, but we need the 3 of us to carry it. So again, yeah, dining table all set up from, this is a Portuguese brand. These are Belgian chairs, for example. And then here you have some bar stools, which these are super bar stools. These want you so you can sit comfortably like all night. Like it's not just one of those.
Yes, because it's hard to sit up high, particularly after a certain age.
You try that, honestly.
Let me see.
You won't want to.
Okay, recording and hoisting myself on a chair.
So talented.
I did that quite nicely. It was a shame I wasn't on camera.
Elegant. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very comfortable, very nice. So let me show where I was plonking my tuckers.
And again, shows you the qualities of our stitching, our upholstery. You know, it's perfection. It's really, it's a standard that, you know,
so you can make also bar stools covered and made, and whatever somebody wants, you can make it.
Yeah, the carpentry and the upholstery and the size made to measure and the fabric you can choose, so you can end up with a piece that is really unique to you and your home.
With open plan being so popular these days, units like this are fabulous. I mean, look at that shine.
This fire is really special as well, because it's a 3-sided wood log burner. So it really is like an easy to clean, and just one of those with all glass all the way around. So
very safe.
Safe, and again we can build in any colour lacquer. This is just one example, so it's stuff with samples, but that kind of unit, and again, so many designs that we could come up with.
And I love the mix of the wood, the old antique mixed with the modern.
Yeah, that's good. It's because we live in such an international place, it's kind of hard to have something for everybody. People come in and they're like, oh, I want this, something quite specific. So that's why, you know, we can make it, but obviously try and have a little bit of something for everybody.
Do you see that the different nationalities tend to different colour schemes?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they come with something in mind. It's a kind of a mixture of what they think they should have in a Mediterranean place mixed with what they're used to in their hometown, and then gradually, you know, we get to get them onto something which is going to be suitable for their home here. Yeah, so
fabulous. This is lovely.
Yes, we have a full kitchen display here. Again, it's, you know, we need it so people can actually come in and see and touch the whole thing, see how the drawers work, the finishes. So this is really lovely.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. So you can actually just shut it up and this kind of feature wall with one functioning island is really what we tend to.
Yeah, and also again with that open plan theme, being able to just tuck everything away.
Yeah, some people like to put their sink in here so that you can actually just literally chuck the dishes away. So there's lots of combinations.
Very cosmopolitan.
With kitchens. And obviously I've got all the samples in here that, you know, so putting together the materials for the kitchen, if somebody wants to come in, they can choose their top with the, you know, and we'll help them do that depending on what finishes they've either already got going on in the house, or if we're choosing them for them, we can put it all together here. So
there's a lot of people working here.
So round here we've got Andrea. She's my general manager.
Hi, hello Andrea, and I love your assistant. Yes, you got your own PA, you lucky girl. Hi, sweetheart.
This is my boy Harry. He just finished school.
Are you working hard? You're a good boy. Keep it in the family. Very proud of you, sweetheart. Lovely to meet you.
We've got a boardroom in here, which is another full of materials, so it's another place where when we have the meetings we have you know, with the investors perhaps, and we're putting together new builds. We also do new build projects, then we can choose the windows with the light switches. So here, you know, people really don't know that this is, you know, most of the day this is what we're doing. You know, we're putting together the windows with the lights, with the, you know, what kind of spotlight. So here we put it all together, so with the kitchen materials, and so you've actually got a full concept of what it is going to go on in the house inside and out, you know, with the fixtures and finishes is so important. So here we can really do it all.
Yeah, it is, because otherwise, you, like I did, you can make a mistake because you just can't visualize. And here you can. You can even down to the realtor.
Realtor. Yeah,
and the parquet, different parquet. It's like going into a department store.
I know. This is not finished, but by the way, but this porcelain, this is actually porcelain tiles, and it's quite popular at the moment, something that I like to use.
Right, warm to the feet and easy to clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Lasts very easy to maintain. So we've got more technical engineers here. One is architects, one is Esme. This is Sandra. She is Patrick's right-hand man.
Hi, Sandra. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Also,
oh, she's running away from us, running from the camera. We can see that. The reception, the lovely girls are welcoming. Hello again.
That's Kelly on reception.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello. So yeah, it's always a busy, buzzy little hub of yeah, lots going on. So,
how long does it take for somebody, for example, because obviously if you're making furniture, that has to take time.
Yeah. It depends. It depends on, I mean, how much time we have, and also mixed with the workload of the carpenters or the upholsterers. But I would say within 3 to 4 weeks, or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we could have one of those chairs made. The tables probably 4.
You're not talking months then, because that's what one would think. You're talking, oh gosh, Spain, and that'll take months. No. You're talking weeks.
Yeah, I would say within a matter of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, even a month is acceptable. A month and a half is acceptable.
4 or 5 weeks for perhaps a dining table or something like that. Yeah.
Did you ever envision yourself being involved in something this ambitious. I'm really blown away. Not that I would expect anything less. It's just so much more than I anticipated.
Do you know what? I've got everywhere on belief, and I think I've kind of I have had visions. I think I've manifested quite a lot of how I've my progression from having my first interior design showroom, which was actually a warehouse in La Campana, and imagining how I would have the desks actually, how I would have the shelves set up and things like that, and how I would have people working. And then I always knew that I wanted to work with a constructor in construction offices, because I knew it would be the best for my clients, and I knew it would be best for my team to work the most efficient. So you can see how close we all are. And it just works perfectly, because there's no time lost in either problem solving, getting quotes to people. So I just knew that this is what I kind of wanted to achieve, and we found each other. It was one of these things like, well, he's got this idea, he wanted someone like me to be able to front the whole thing, and that's how we kind of came together to make it happen. So it was just really fortunate that it's kind of ended up being in one of the best spots in Marbella. It's a beautiful locale on a gorgeous avenida, tree-lined street, and I just love everything about it. So yeah, kind of feel I'm always grateful for the business. I do love it here. Yeah.
I can't encourage people enough to come and visit Sally and the team down here, because it really is an emporium. It is a hidden jewel until you know that it's here, and like everything. Yeah. And certainly worth checking out. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. It's great.
Please do share our guest messages with your friends and family. There's always something for everyone, and it's nice to support our community. #BetterTogether. You can get recordings of all the programs from the RTV Marbella website. You can also go to my website, nicoleking.es, that has links to the TV website, also to my column in the Euro Weekly News Marbella Moments, and our Zero Hero website, with an ever-increasing list of Zero Hero venues that are places, hotels, bars, restaurants that offer free soft drinks if you're the designated driver. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and we'll see you again tomorrow for more of what's going on in Marbella now.